Ah, the fun we have. Now, don't let it happen again. Why did I start recording?
I don't know. Why did you?
Ah!
Hello, I'm back.
Hi. Good to see you, or meet you, or listen to you. How long were you sitting there, just waiting?
Oh no, I just put on my headphones as soon as you said. Why am I recording? It was coincidence.
I just like the idea of you actually sitting through all my weird noises and me just going...
No, don't worry, I didn't hear any of them.
Hi, I'm the Space Quest Historian, and this is Gabriel Knight, Scenes of the Fathers, which is a weird pronunciation that kind of is sort of nationally ambiguous, but to help me figure this conundrum out, I've got my friend, my dear compatriot, Mr. Francisco Gonzalez with me. How are you, sir?
I'm well, how are you?
Some enthusiasm, please.
I'm well, how are you?
Yeah, okay. We'll dial that in sometime during the episode.
Okay.
Anyway, it's been a crazy week, hasn't it?
It's been so crazy.
My God.
Man, there was a Sharknado and like the nuclear war happened, but we're okay and
so
much.
You know, they fired that nuclear missile and all that came out of it was confetti and bits of cutlery and
nobody saw that coming.
No, especially not me. And also, you want to know the craziest thing that's happened between last week and this week?
What's that?
I turned my shirt the right way out.
Amazing.
I had it on, I said backwards in the last episode. That's not even true. I had it on inside out, and I turned it round the right way.
Good.
So, holy shit. Next episode, I'm going to put on a different shirt and pretend... Oh, there we go again. That veil, that curtain, that sausage.
Stop being meta. It didn't work for Thimbleweed Park. It's not going to work for you.
No, and it didn't work for us for the past 5 episodes, so let's get into episode 6 and really do some damage.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Alright, cool. Getting up from his chair, Gabriel just knocks on the door and enters without, waiting for the answer.
So I want to point out that I really, really, really like the background framing in this background. Or rather, the foreground framing in this background.
Yes. The kneeling skeleton and the dude with the braids in his beard and...
Yeah,
Stonehead looks African and very...
Does it? I always thought it looked more Greek. It looks like...
It does look kind of Greek. It
looks like a Greek theater mask.
Yeah, there's a certain YouTube commentator whom we shall not be mentioning by name, who uses a mask not entirely dissimilar from this face that's on the left here. But
do you have any idea what
Gamer Gator and all that. But that aside, the rendition of the art in this game is actually very, very
and literally
I wouldn't say intricate, but it's sort of someone took the effort and trouble to go in and research and actually draw this very nicely, and then went into place it in the foreground, do the shading and all this. There's a lot of effort going into this.
Yeah, the guy that's kneeling or sitting with
horns,
his
it means a human being
with his legs. With his hands over his legs. That's like an actual thing I just saw the other day. That it's it's an actual
about human sacrifice.
I don't know if it's a god or if it's something.
Oh, well, you have to wonder if Hartridge is just really shit at decorating his office, or why he has all these figurines turned towards the quote-unquote camera.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that. Yeah, for artistic purposes it looks really nice, but for realistic purposes, yeah, it's facing away. Oh, also he's gonna say cock now, which is funny.
Yeah, and again, Stuart M. Rosen, high off his ass in the vocal directing booth, is just going, dude, nice line reading, but if you could just read the rest of it like you're not actually at a ceremony, that would be great. But we're gonna keep the other line because, hot damn, it's 2 in the morning and I really need a biscuit.
I don't think that they normally record things at 2 o'clock in the morning.
They are afraid.
Oh, you mean SAG, like Actors Guild contracts and shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe he was editing that at 2 a.m., just took a big old bong hit and picked the wrong take, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know if Stuart M. Rosen actually smokes marijuana. I just want to put that out there, that's complete conjecture on my part. I just like to think that it is, because it would excuse why an Emmy award-winning producer would do such a shit job on
I
CD-ROM.
really hope that he watches these videos and comments in the YouTube, and he's like, I'm token right now.
That would be awesome.
You know, last time I played this game,
Interesting.
I forget. I think it's you have to show Hartridge something, not just the
Be my
Vive.
guest.
But you show him something else, and it
Great.
opens up.
I'll be right back.
It opens up a conversation topic about black voodoo. And, I had never. I think I've played this game like 10 times, and I had never gotten that before. I think it's if you show him the crime scene photo.
That is, you know what? That just triggered a memory that I had, for some reason, blocked out for my entire life. I did that on my first playthrough. I just remembered that. That was so weird, and now I really wish I'd done that again. But I'd actually forgotten that you could do that. That is so interesting, really.
Yeah, and you can ask a whole bunch, like every character, you can ask them about black voodoo, and it gives you an extra point, I think, which is always why I think I would always get like. I was always missing about 2 points at the end, and that's what does it. That's how you get a full score. And it's very
opens
easy to
up
miss.
like an entire new conversation topic. That is so weird. I want to go back and like try that and ask Michael Dorn about black voodoo and just go have him go and look at me and just what?
Yeah,
No.
I forget what his response is, but it's something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't deal in that sort of thing,"
Or
or
you know
do
what?
I?
You know what? The leather jacket must be cooking your brain, because that is beyond racist, my friend.
In the quarter.
In the quarter.
In the quarter.
I'd like to get started on this if you don't mind.
I also like that, I've
means
seen
don't talk to
lecturers
anyone.
like get up in front of the podium and go, "Oh, we're back to Father McLaughlin, don't you know?"
Father McLaughlin, don't you know?
Just briefly, I've seen lecturers like at university go up and have their lecturer voice on, and I thought his sort of William Shatner-ish kind of staccato way of doing it was just his lecturer's voice. But no, when you're in conversation with Hartridge, he's still sort of, I don't really know what to say to that.
Means goat without horn.
Also, can we comment briefly on Tim Curry's laughable Irish accent?
Yeah, you'd think he'd be better at it, but being from the UK, but I guess that's not necessarily a thing that is guaranteed.
And even
I don't know
his,
if he was trying to sound authentic or if he was purposely trying to make it sound like Gabriel is terrible at his Irish accent.
I think the latter one,
Yeah.
because Gabriel, I would be surprised, like character-wise, if Gabriel even knew how an Irish accent was supposed to sound like.
Yeah, that's true.
But you have to compare it to Tim Curry also plays the role of Malia Getty's butler.
That's true. Which is
who
basically just the butler from Clue.
Yeah, exactly. Which is also an exaggerated accent. It's not even like Tim Curry's real accent. It's him just doing a very snooty kind of voice.
Yeah.
But I just like how they actually had him go through this entire dialogue tree in that voice, and it is, and a lot. Whenever I mention Gabriel Knight, on Twitter or something, inevitably someone, usually Natalie actually, Rizulka, comes with the "Take the snake, oh Wilbur," like the chant he does when he copies that thing onto the bit of clay there.
Yeah.
So it is one of the people's favorite part of Gabriel Knight, and I have to admit it is pretty fucking good.
It is pretty funny. I do like that whole "Take it now, take it, Wilbur. Voodoo spirits go away." And, yeah.
But why would she fall for that shit? First of all,
Well-
I know she's a good Catholic, but wouldn't she expect a person with like an Italian accent to show up instead of an Irish accent? I don't
Not
know.
necessarily. There's plenty of Irish Catholics.
But it's here in Orleans.
That is true, but I would. I don't know how this works. Like you could probably answer that. Being in America and all that. I know there are a lot of Irish immigrants to the States, but there are also a lot of Italian immigrants. And I was under the assumption that, at least down south, there were a lot more Italian immigrants than there were Irish immigrants. I think the Irish all sort of fucked off to where you are, like New Jersey, Boston, New York and such. Am I completely off base here?
No, I wouldn't. I don't really think there's that big an Italian population in New Orleans, though. And I don't know that there's many Irish people in New Orleans. I can't say I've ever met either when I've gone to New Orleans. But
what I'm saying
New
is,
Orleans...
New Orleans is not a big potato place, is what I'm saying.
I mean, there might be... I don't know. Don't know.
Oh well, he's and
I guess
also he's young, so why would he still have an Irish accent if he's a all right? He's like an exchange Catholic.
Yes.
it might be, yeah. He might be on a mission or something. But I guess it would probably be less xenophobic if Tim Curry, who's from the UK, did an Irish accent than if he was like, "Hey, it's your father Lorenzo." Plus, they'd have to animate a lot more arm waving. So
Yeah, there's that as well.
Even though its lives are great.
But I do like the fact that he's just freestyling this.
When they wear it.
when they wear it on their arm.
Voodoo spirits, go away.
Go away.
Don't come
Don't
back
come back another day.
And now,
let us pray.
let us pray.
Well, it's not like I mean, he wouldn't win any, like
No, he's not gonna win any
8
slam
Mile
poetry contest.
Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna
Right.
like win the Eminem Poetry Award, but
Take the curse. Oh, take it, Wilbur.
But in answer to your question before, I think it's because not only is Madame Casanu like overtly religious, but
Here
she's
you
also
go.
old and stupid, so that's why it's easy to pull one over on her.
which is because that's I feel her character is very much sharp as a tack. She's just really superstitious. I mean,
Yeah.
she's got one
Well,
foot in
I
the
must
Catholic
know.
bit and
Sure.
another foot in the voodoo bit, and they're kind of
Well.
fighting for attention. But she's sharp as a
But voodoo,
Like, she
voodoo
goes
is very heavily, at least New Orleans voodoo is very
Can I
heavily
ask you
based in
just a few more
Catholicism,
questions?
so there's a link there.
Whatever.
Yeah, and she's old Creole and such. She does
Yeah.
go on that rant. If you ask her, I cut that bit out. But if you
Yeah.
ask her about Marie Laveau and such, she goes, that old cunt. She's not
Yeah.
really. She doesn't actually use that word, but she's like, she was nobody. I mean, I'll tell you about the shit I used to get up in my young days. Oh my god.
I used to dance around naked in front of the fire. My tits were dangling.
Again, you kind of turn her into Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, that was a direct quote from the Let's Ruin.
Yeah.
About Willie Jr.
You think you've seen pixel tits? You see nothing.
Oh, these animate great.
There's a lot of swaying going on. You'll have to excuse it.
Bucks.
All rotoscoped.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Willie Jr. What a character, eh?
Willie
I kinda-
Jr., the crocodile.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd done more with Willie Jr. I don't think I've actually picked up. No, I haven't picked up Willie Jr. yet
No,
because we've
because you
got
have
to
to get the money. Oh man,
We
this
have to
guy's
get-
walk cycle.
yeah, the walk cycle, the voice.
It's just, yeah.
This is
This
like
is
90s.
Hardly.
90s don't give a fuck attitude coming out. It's kind of it's the same
Yeah.
attitude that brought us Ace Ventura.
It's the same attitude that brought us Police Quest 4.
There's no, you can't excuse Police Quest 4.
I'm not excusing it, I'm condemning it.
Rarely see anyone
Right.
here.
I mean, I'm not saying that people like Bruno don't exist, but I'm saying it's kind of a weird choice for a one-off character to just come in and,
How much?
you know,
What's
his
weird
arm-
is,
his palms are like shit, like he's trying to lift himself off a floor that's not there.
Yeah. Bruno is voiced by, if I'm not
Stay out of this
mistaken,
Ooh, you're serious.
Ooh, you're serious.
Yeah. I'll let you have it,
he's
all right.
voiced by, I
How
think,
much for the
Doug
paint?
Boyd, but I could be wrong. Let me look it up.
I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know.
I'm gonna do some Wikipedia research real quick.
Yeah, you do that.
Because I'm pretty sure that he voices a character in
Grace, let me deal with
Toonstruck.
this.
Oh, wouldn't be the Scarecrow, would it?
Fine.
Yeah. The
Gabriel.
Scarecrow.
Yeah, the
Okay, no,
Scarecrow.
it's not him.
Better take
It's like,
But I'm pretty
that
sure
would be
it's the
kind of
same voice
typecasting. That would be typecasting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
fully intend to make them
Anyway,
Well-
just to be clear, we are not harping on this dude's sexuality or anything.
No,
it's
we're
just
just harping on the portrayal of it.
yeah, and to be fair, it's not the most egregious one. You'd have to go to Leisure Suit Larry for
Oh yeah.
the kind of
Well, actually, I'm
egregious-
pretty sure he plays Gary in Leisure Suit Larry.
really the purser Gary.
The one, the
Oh,
towel guy.
the
in Leisure Suit Larry 6.
yeah, Gary. Because I was thinking of the purser in Leisure Suit Larry 7, who's
Yes.
also
Oh, here we
pretty
go.
much
It's
the same
Jeff
character.
Bennett.
I have $100.
yeah,
You still
Jeff
want to sell
Bennett
that
is his
crocodile
name.
mask?
And
Oh, He's a good voice actor.
He is. He was in Quest for Glory 4. Television, video. Let's see, video games here. Here we go.
I'm just buying a crocodile mask while you're looking this up.
Yeah, so yeah, he was Gary the Towel Attendant in Leisure Suit Larry 6. He was Bruno in Gabriel Knight, amongst others. He was also Sam.
Oh.
And the lucky dog vendor, and the motorcycle cop, and the artist, and uniform officer. He was Dr. Cranium, Igor, Bonehead, and Adavis in Quest for Glory 4.
Well, I wasn't thinking of man.
He was the Carecrow in Toonstruck.
Yeah. So it is the same voice. Oh, okay.
So yeah, he basically.
I'll just stick with this. Thanks.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I guess he had his sort of over-the-top gay man voice, and they just used it quite a few times.
It's not even that over the top, but it's still it kind of
it's pretty bad.
From a 90s perspective, it's kind of like, oh, I've heard of these kinds of people, and then from a modern perspective, you're just going, oh god, that is not good.
Yeah. So where did Gabriel put the crocodile mask in his coat?
Down his pants, apparently, or in his coat. I don't know. And then he goes to a bar and just goes around. Hey, would you like to see my crocodile head? Haha, it's not a euphemism.
That kind of bar.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing I really wanted to bring up was these Rada drummers. They sort of appear everywhere at the start of the game, and you're just going, oh, there's a drummer. And then it's got this very, very cool world-building effect to it, because the more you learn about the story, the more insidious and sort of menacing these Rada drummers, just by being there, the more menacing it becomes. I really like that, because when you at the end, when you start seeing a Rada drummer, you just go, oh my fucking god.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's just a street drummer outside a bar. Fuck it. But it starts getting a little... And the voices in the bar, sadly, there's this ambient sound effect in the background.
Yes.
So every line is like delayed by at least a second.
Yep. Here comes Stonewall.
What can you tell me about your regular?
Here we go. He's gonna tell us about Sam. Let's see if he mentions he's a jeweler or not.
Oh yeah.
So I've heard, actually, that there's a specific hotspot where if you try and grab someone's ass in the bar, you get a specific message, but I've never been able to find it. And I don't know if it wasn't in the CD version.
See those old guys at the chess table?
Oh, here we go.
That's Sam and Marcus.
He's talking really, really low for a person who is in a noisy bar.
The one with the purple jacket? He's lost every one of those games. It's not that he's a bad.
Well, he's just on and on about his fucking chess game. Alright, he's
that's
not
all
going
he
to bring
talks
it up.
about. He doesn't mention him being a jeweler, which is why it's such a leap of logic.
Actually, I think in the newspaper in the original game here, it was on screen in the last episode. I think actually Sam's jewelry shop is in the newspaper. There's like a little ad for him.
No, that's in the Phoenix remake we talked about last episode.
Yeah, but
remember?
is it only in the Phoenix remake?
Yes.
I think it might also.
You know, it's only in the Phoenix remake. You never get a close up of the newspaper in this game.
All right. Yes, you do. Oh no, you get a close up of the phone book. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the phone book.
I think he might be in the phone.
See, now if they had put him in the phone book and it had been like Crazy Sam's Jewelry or something, then that would have been a good hint.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, well.
Oh, look, this is our first actual glimpse of St. Louis Sam. This bit. Oh, look, and there's the angel. You were right.
The draping angel that you totally did not rip off for Lamplight City.
No. Well, I mean, it's a popular design, so I guess they ripped it off.
Actually, in the low pixel art of this, it just looks like two angels butting heads.
If there's nothing else.
Yeah, it kind of does, actually.
I need to.
Oh, this is creepy.
Whatever for.
Yeah.
Let go of me!
What?
I've been in your thoughts.
What are we supposed to take away from this? I mean,
that Gabriel's a creepy stalker man.
You don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
Let's say he's romantically aggressive in this scene.
He's a rapist. Let's just put it out there. He's a rapist. I
suppose he's not physically a rapist, but I mean, she does come of her own volition. No, I didn't mean that as a double entendre. She does show up on her own volition, but the screen fades to black. Oh, let's not go down this road, please. All we know is the whole grabbing of the arms and the "I've been in your mind."
It's a bit much.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. But it's also a bit much in a sort of Lifetime movie-ish kind of way.
Oh, definitely.
It rings so hollow. It rings. It's got this sort of. Even Gabriel at some point goes, "I can't believe I'm saying this."
Yeah.
Because it's really tacky.
There he goes again.
There he goes again. And even her body language is all like,
yeah, it's like,
"Fuck
let
off
go
me,
of me. What the
please."
hell's wrong with you? Yeah, that's a
I'm
very
sorry,
questionable animation.
But there's no place for
But I do
someone
like how her
you in
walk
my
cycle
life.
increases
Not
as she
now,
walks away. She
not
accelerates. Here we go.
I was like, yeah,
No!
boop,
There she
off
ran
we
away.
go. Slowly
Damn it.
backing away, and now escaping.
So I came back.
And so now that he struck
I
out with
forgot you
Malia,
were.
it's time to hone in on Grace.
I knew you'd miss me. No,
Is
I
it a
didn't miss you
pattern
either.
of your awful behavior, Gabriel? Because you should seek help for that.
The one's done with flour.
I just like at this point we're far enough into it that Grace can just go, "Flower and blood sounds interesting. All right, I'll look into it."
Yeah.
Well, where are your evil banishing gloves?
Also, she has evil banishing
But
gloves.
check it out for me, would you?
I'll see what I can find out.
Where does she keep those, and what are they for?
They're
Think
for.
of anything.
She keeps
Okay.
them in her back pocket, and they're obviously for when Gabriel gets too close and she wants to back away from him.
Oddly enough, she doesn't wear them when
What can
she's
you tell
supposed to
me
put
about
on that fake tattoo later on in the game.
I don't believe in it myself.
Oh well. Anyway,
It's called Lavo
I
too.
find it quite ironic that you would name a character Stonewall
Some
and then put
people
him
do
in
believe
a
bar.
like a crowded pub.
even some of our
That is not a good name for a bartender.
Napoleon House.
Well, his
That guy
name's
Sam,
Stonewall
the chess
King,
player?
which is a very unlikely name if you think
He's
about
always
it.
talking about
I mean, it's not even ironic because he doesn't stonewall you.
Really?
No.
He's actually very helpful.
Thanks.
I mean, Stonewall, they probably named him after Stonewall
So what
Jackson
has
or
Sam
something.
told you about voodoo?
Ah,
He's,
About 50 years
guy,
ago, Sam was too shy
um,
to talk to this
Hang on,
pretty girl he was in
I'll
love
bring up my
He
history
went to a voodoo ring and
after
had her make
consulting
him a little
Wikipedia.
the reason I invited Francisco to co-commentate on this video is because he is
He talks too
Wikipedia.
much.
I love the fact that you talk a lot, but he has a Wikipedia addiction.
She didn't reject
I do.
He is the
Stonewall.
official researcher.
Stonewall Jackson was a Confederate general during the Civil War, so it makes very much sense that someone in a southern town
So what has
who
Sam
probably
told you about
hasn't,
voodoo?
is
That's
a
about all I
Civil
can
War aficionado would name their child Stonewall.
It's a weird first name. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, that wasn't his actual name. His name was Thomas Jonathan Jackson, but his nickname was Stonewall.
But this dude's name is Stonewall.
Yes.
It has to be.
He was ugly too. Look at him. Wait, there we go. That is one ugly guy. You can't see it, but you'll see it eventually.
I'll see it in editing, and I'm just gonna totally agree with you. Holy shit, what a
His
mug on that
nicknames,
guy.
he had many nicknames. His nicknames were Stonewall, Old Jack, Old Blue Light, and Tom Fool.
None of them were fuckface.
No. Ooh, he died
Ever
at 39.
wonder why Marcus weeps
Man.
every time?
This was
Oh.
in 1862? How old was he at this point? He was 38. Man, he did not age well.
Well, if that's what you won't believe.
At least he's not John
that's,
C. Calhoun.
That's what war does to you, or whatever he was up to.
Being Danish, I'm guessing that you don't know who John C. Calhoun is.
I do not. I
Oh.
could look it up while we're.
I'll
doing
look
this.
it up for you.
Ah, yes, because you're a reacher. While
Because
you're
I
doing
was.
that,
Yes,
I just
please talk
want to
about
mention that this puzzle here, where if you know that you're supposed to help Sam win the chess game, I cut out a lot of bits of this video where I would go back and forth to Napoleon House over and over again and try to shove this master gambling oil in his face. And Gabe would just go, "Nah, I don't think he needs it." Yes, he needs it! I have worked out this solution! Please let me give it to him. But no, you have to talk to Stonefuck McGee over there and have him tell you that that Marcus uses, voodoo cheats to win the
Right.
chess game. And at this point, there's two conflicting things. First of all, that's bad design. Okay,
Yes.
I've worked out the puzzle. Please let me solve it. Number two, at this, up until this point, we've been sort of on the fence. Is there actual voodoo? Is it real or isn't it? You know, you've got the fortune teller with the roll-backy eyes, but maybe there's too much PCP in her system. No one knows. At this point, you're just going, all right, we are banking on the fact that he's been winning this chess game for 30 fucking years is because he's been using voodoo cheats. And so you just hand over this magic fuck-off oil, and all of a sudden he wins. Now, it could be, you know, it was in him all along, it's a placebo thing.
Well,
and such,
yeah,
but
that's kind of the implication, because the bartender tells you, he says he's not a bad player, it's just that
yeah, he's got
the
him
other guy
psyched
has
out.
him so psyched out that, yeah, you give him a little bit of confidence. It's like the magic toe shoes.
Yeah, but that still implies that Marcus is winning because of the voodoo potion, because Sam doesn't know that
Right,
Marcus
well, that's
is
what
using
you're
a voodoo
telling
potion.
him. Also, I'd like to point out, if you notice, Marcus is still there on the edge of the window. He walked away, but he's still there animating.
Yeah, he's still he's
arm
walking in
poking
place.
out there.
Yeah. I never noticed that, and now he's stopped walking. He's just standing still in the middle of the street waiting for a fucking truck to hit him because he does not want to pay for that trip.
Could you do anything with this?
So, John C. Calhoun, very quickly, was the 7th Vice President of the United States. This is John C. Calhoun at the age of 40, and he was a very handsome, very, you know, stately young man.
Oh, let me adjust my facial expression then.
Yes, so you can agree with me that just agree with me and say that he was a very nice, stately young man. And then, John C. Calhoun did not age well. This is John C. Calhoun in 1849, where he became a Nosferatu, apparently. So, there's one for you. Someone should make a game about John C. Calhoun or feature John C. Calhoun in it, because he's amazing. Anyway.
You know, Dave Gilbert does a lot of things with real-life people who come back as ghosts that play saxophones. He should totally put John Calhoun in there somewhere.
He should.
I'm going inside.
Also,
excuse me,
this
I'm
bit I
afraid Fort
love.
George's is closed for the day.
Do you?
I'm not a
Yes,
customer.
because,
I'm here to see the owner.
Why
Leah
don't you
Remini
just
really
leave your
sells
name and
this.
number with me,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen,
I mean,
if
you can just
Gabriel is here,
read
he'll want
the
to see
fucking,
me.
you know,
Is he
the
here?
fuck off, would you please,
Really couldn't say
Yeah.
in her
certain,
voice.
But in the morning,
Gracie, say goodnight.
And Tim Curry shows up and fucks
I
up
like
for
how
everyone.
they said Gracie say goodnight instead of say goodnight Gracie, so as not to infringe on
I didn't
copyright.
think I would.
Or just to confuse things, as in he pushes Malia down the steps and pulls Gracie back inside.
Please, don't.
The breathy voice, I mean, the voice actress does, I forget who plays Malia, but she does
Leilani
her...
Jones Wilmore, who also played the Voodoo Lady in the Monkey Island games.
Just shut up and
Ooh.
kiss me.
And she also played Coral Miles in The Dig.
So it all does come back to the dig, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess it does. Oh, Gabriel he got jiggy with it, and that's where the video ends.
That is where the video ends. We end on a kiss. Now, brief question before we end the video. I have seen this a lot, and I've always wondered, what is up with the lifting one leg when you go in for the kiss? And it's always on the female end. What is that about?
I have no idea. I've always wondered that myself.
Yeah, it's a sort of oh, I'm so short, I have to sort of lean into this, but no,
Maybe
the animation it's like a reflex, like someone hit her on the knee with a hammer and just go.
Yeah, maybe it's some sort of like visual thing to indicate the arousal of the woman.
And on that note, please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do, but do leave me a comment because we do like the arousal. I mean, comments. And as always, thank you to Mr. Grundislav himself. Did I pronounce that correctly? I don't think so.
I think so.
All right. Francisco, of course, you can follow him at Grundislav Games, and you can visit his Twitter at Well, I just said that, didn't I? Yeah. Also, he's got a game coming out called Lamplight City. You should check that out on grundislavgames.com. That's what I wanted to say. And he's got a podcast, too. And is there anything else you want to add? I mean, you can just add one more thing, like, for each episode that goes on. Maybe your shoe size, something I have to remember.
Follow the podcast at BCT_podcast, and I am a 9.5.
I will not remember that for next episode for a full week. But thank you for watching, and we will see you around the Kroger stream.